Okay, I ran out of time in the other video. I ran out of time twice already on this page. Okay, so here we go. Remember, we've got to get rid of the coefficient of x squared. You can't solve this equation without doing that first. So the way we do that is by dividing everything by that coefficient. What we're left with is x squared plus x equals 2. Then since there's no number in front of x, that means it's 1. It's 1x, right? It's obvious. It's just 1x. So you're going to get half of 1 and then square it. Well, half of 1, you should know what that is. It's just 1/2. See, if you divide 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. And then you square it. You square 1/2, you get 1/4. So what we have as our third term is 1/4 equals 2 plus 1/4. Okay. Now, the way we turn this into a fraction, another way of turning this into a fraction is pretty easy. An easier way, I mean, is multiplying the whole number by the denominator and then adding the numerator. Let me rewrite this. Multiplying the whole number by the denominator is 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9/4. That's another way of turning, when you're adding a whole number and a fraction, that's another quick way of adding it. Just multiply the whole number times the denominator and add the numerator, and that gives you the new numerator. The denominator stays the same. So now that we have that, we're going to square the first term and square the last term. The square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 1/4 is 1/2. Since everything is positive, our signs are going to be positive. Don't forget to write the exponent of 2 up there, because that 2 tells you that what you're really writing is x plus 1/2 times x plus 1/2. Okay, that's what that 2 means, that's what you're writing, but it's a shorter way of writing that. Okay. So now we have 9/4. We're going to square root both of them, right? We get x plus 1/2 by itself without the exponent. And then the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 4 is 2. And then and it's a positive and negative, right? So now we're going to solve using the positive 3/2. So x equals 3/2 minus 1/2. You notice I'm skipping a step, right? I'm skipping this step, minus 1/2, because there's no reason to do it. So then what I have is x equals 2/2, x equals 1. That's my first answer. Now I'm going to use a negative 3/2, so I get x minus 1/2 equals a negative 3/2. And I'm going to skip that one step again. I'm just going to go negative 3/2 plus 1/2. Remember, when you're adding or subtracting fractions, you don't do anything to the denominators. You only combine the numerators. So x equals negative 3 plus 1, which is a negative 2/2. X equals a negative 1. Because 2 divided by 2, negative 2 divided by positive 2 is a negative 1. Okay? Okay, finally, divide the 6 by 2. That's going to give us 3, and 3 squared is 9. So x squared, 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 3 squared is 9. That's our third term. Add it to both sides. And then 7 plus 9 is 16. Then we factor it, right? And our factor is going to be x and 3. Since the middle term is negative, this is going to be negative. Put our square there for 16. Then what we get is x minus 3. Oh, wait. Square root both sides, right? Then I have x minus 3 equals 4, because the square root of 16 is 4, and it's a plus or minus 4. X equals a positive 4 and a positive 3. I skipped this step. And so x equals 7. That's our first answer. And then I'm going to do the negative 4. So x minus 3 equals a negative 4. X equals negative 4 plus 3. X equals a negative 1. Because negative 4 plus 3 equals a negative 1. when the signs are different in addition or subtraction, when you're combining numbers and the signs are different, you subtract. And your answer is always the sign of the bigger number. So since the bigger number was 4, our answer was negative.